This is just the quickest follow-up. It's like, what's going on? So you guys may remember Lunova? Lunova? You know, this little goofball, I don't know if you call it an agency or what, but they buy out this old Vtuber Twitter account off of VReverie, which is just scummy on part of VReverie's part, and then delete all the tweets, so that whole history from that VTuber's gone, and they start, trying to advertise themselves, and people are like, what the hell are you? And then they're kind of they do a quick Q&A, they don't answer my question, and then they make this statement, hey, sorry, whoops. After reading everyone's thoughts and comments, it's dawned on us that we made a huge mistake in the decision to rebrand Eora's Twitter account based on genuine advice given to us by those that have given us the benefit of doubt, and an emergency team meeting. We'd like to return the IP rights to Hotaru Eora to its original owner, Valentine, as a sign of goodwill and apology to the community. We plan to get in touch with VReverie in order to acquire the remaining assets of the IP in order to return them to her. So, automatically, people are like, you're not even a real outfit. You're just VReverie. The way you actually type reminds us of a VReverie manager. There's a lot of accusations like that flying around. We didn't really include any of that in an episode, but those are going around. But, you guys can't bring back the old tweets, but the other thing is, it's like, finding out that VReverie was trying to sell this stuff was just really gross. And then they're saying, like, oh, we're going to buy the remaining assets, even though, like, earlier it sounded like they had already bought the assets. And there isn't really a clarity here if they're going to give up this account or not. And I don't think we've seen any activity out of them since. This was back on February 25th, so we're looking at, like a month ago, right? 3 weeks ago at least. Let me take a look at them. Have they done anything since? Have they said anything since? That's about it. Yeah, that's been about it. So, we got one small update here. And here today we had Valentine again, who was originally the owner of that agency VTuber account. If anyone is curious, they've ghosted me, by the way. Is this... that's kind of what I was expecting to happen, to be honest, once they weren't clear as to what was going on with this Twitter account. And once they weren't really having any activity since, I was like, yeah, they're just gonna... Unless VReverie really works this out with them, nothing's gonna happen here. But Valentine and I were going to do a live interview with them. They haven't replied in 20 days. Yeah, they potentially have just skipped town. That's fascinating. But again, the question is like, are they even different from VReverie? Do we care? Do we care? Oh God. So it's a fine update from Valentine. It is appreciated. Maybe give it another week or something like that to see if we hear anything. Like, give it to, like, I don't know, what is this, 25th? Give it to Tuesday, but we'll definitely be talking about this in our next episode real quick. So, there's, one of the, I think one of the ex-talents came into our Discord and kind of gave their side of, like, why they think this is still VReverie. So we might share that now, too. to be honest, in our next episode. VReverie with a mustache and glasses, right? There's just enough there where it's a healthy question still to have. Because there's so little to actually go off of as far as accountability. Like, firstly, who thinks it's a good idea to buy old Twitter accounts and try to repurpose them? And who thinks it's a good idea to then delete this history of this VTuber? Right. That brings a number of decision-making questions into play alone, let alone, wondering if they're actually linked with VReverie anyways. How'd you guys find out about VReverie? Did VReverie come to you? Did you go to them? How'd that happen? Just wondering. Like, I don't remember VReverie out there saying, yo, we got some Twitter accounts for sale. Anybody interested? Anybody want some old VTuber Twitter accounts? Yeah, was it on Craigslist? So, man, VReverie. I was really hoping VReverie would, get exposed sooner than they did. It took a year longer than it should have, and it is what it is. It is what it is.